Hey guys, it's your girl Kizzy Rock, and yes, Kizzy Rock is my birth given name. Happy Wednesday, guys. Want to say hey to all my subscribers, new as well as season. I got a word for you. Tap in. Happy Wednesday morning, guys. So I want to talk to you guys about 22 things. I'm going to run down the list. 22 things that may indicate that you are about to be shifted to destiny season, due season, your promised land, whatever you deem the term to be. You guys already know I lose count with numbers, so please bear with your girl. I'm going to really try to run down them and not stay on something unless I really feel spiritually prompted to stay on it. But let's start. Number one, you feel completely disconnected from this reality. You feel completely disconnected from this reality. Like the average person is like their own surface, everything is surface level. Like they're intrigued by the blogs, they're caught up with all the, like you're so disconnected from this foolishness. All right, can't even really explain it in words, but it's a feeling. You almost feel like you're in a movie or something. Next thing, God has went silent on you. Now it maybe now you're starting to hear again from God, but at some point or even currently now, God has went silent on you. Number three, you feel it in your spirit. You feel the breakthrough in your spirit, even if you cannot physically touch certain things in your promised land. Your spirit is very ignited and your spirit alerts you. Next one, there's a peace that surpasses all understanding. You are finally at a place of surrender, truly, where before maybe you were trying to rush everything. You're fighting like a wild cat. You're fighting against God. You're trying to get ahead of God. You're trying to figure it out. I need to know. I need to. You're finally truly, and you're not just saying it because we say it a lot, and we're right back asking God or looking for God to give us some type of information 3 hours later when we say we surrender. No, this time you are truly surrendered. It's a feeling of it is what it is. Whenever God says, it is what it is. Whatever God says, it is what it is. Next, you have either been in isolation or you are currently in isolation. Of course, we know many times isolation is about giving us a lot of insights, whatever it is that God needs to get to us. So you're in isolation or you have been in isolation. Next, you are having new visions or insights of your old vision. Some people are discovering that the vision that they had or the promise that they thought was, maybe it's not, and that can be for a ton of different reasons. Sometimes it has nothing to even do with you. It's just that things are not working out on the other side. So either God is, and there's a feeling in your spirit to release it rather than before you would try to force the vision because you saw it so your own blueprint, or maybe you felt like if you let go this vision then there's nothing else, and what am I going to do? I invested too many years trying to lock on into this vision. But there's now a release that God is releasing you from what you thought or what could potentially have been the vision, but is just not working out for whatever reason. Or if you're still locked on to the vision, and it is, he's giving you more insights about it. Because remember, God give us things piece by piece. So he gave you the vision long ago, but he may have showed you certain things where now he's showing you more and more details of it, or he's correcting your insight and you're discovering that the way you saw it or the way you thought it would work out or the intricate details, he's now showing you different. But the vision itself still is. Next, you are encountering divine partnerships. These are your destiny helpers. These are your soul tribe. And saying that, there's a great chance that a lot of the people that have been in your life for the last years and years and years, a lot, for some people, all, just depends. These people, it is almost like, how can it, it's not that your soul tribe and destiny helpers have replaced them, because they can never replace, well, that's what it is. Okay, the season, because the season has changed, then you're feeling more connected to your soul tribe, because remember, you're about to be elevated. Your soul tribe is your destiny partners, destiny helpers, things like that. So they're being elevated, and this is why you're discovering that you're being disconnected or losing a desire for a lot of the people. And it may or may not come back, but it is what it is. You can't make excuses about it. It is what it is. Seasons change, and when seasons change, sometimes the people will change. Next, you've lost fulfillment in your current level. This can look like your job, again, relationships of all sorts, even romantic relationships. You've lost. There's no fulfillment any longer, and at some point, maybe you felt extremely fulfilled. Next, increase and even decrease. With decrease, these again are looking like things at your current level. Things are drying up in whatever way, shape, or form that is, but you're experiencing decrease. If you're experiencing decrease and you have yet to see increase, don't freak out, because sometimes the decrease will happen before increase. So you'll feel like you're losing your mind because God is decreasing you in certain areas. And because you have to feel it in your spirit. You have to know, you have to have faith to know that if you're being decreased, he's going to increase you, and it may not be at the same time. I mean, it'll be amazing if it's like a transition that goes on at the same time. For some people, yeah. For some people, no. On the flip side, in contrast, some of you guys are seeing increase in the areas that he's going to be using you, or how he's going to be using you. So you're starting to encounter supernatural increase in whatever area, whatever gifting, whatever tangible things that you're going to need for the next season. Next, this is not for everybody, but a lot of people will experience this. There's a desire and a prompting to relocate and to start new, to start fresh, where maybe all before you're the person like, oh, I could never leave my family, or I could never leave the place that I grew up all of my life. This is all I've known, right? So maybe at some point you were very fearful, or that never even like penetrated your mind, where now you now have a desire, even if God haven't made it clear to you where, right? But there's something in your spirit that you just want something new, because you know the old is not working, is never going to work. You know your blessings are somewhere else, and you just want to be in the will of God. Next, there is a grace for forgiveness. If you guys are like me, and being honest and transparent, forgiveness is not one of my strong points, if you will, but there's a grace. But this grace is not about forgiving and letting people back into your life. This is a grace to forgive and release, because you truly don't want anything disturbing your spirit or holding you back, because you know that the blessings that are coming are all pure, and you just don't want anything to disturb that. You're at a place of peace, and you just want peace. So you no longer want that residue of just other people. So he's just showing you that it was never even about you. It was about the other person. That's them. That's something they have to deal with God. But he's giving you a grace to release it and move on, and to never think about it again. Next, spirit of excellence at your current level. Even though you don't have a desire for your current level, this can look like you have no desire for the job that you once loved, and you may have been slacking, but then there's convictions like, no, even though you know I'm about to elevate you, even though you know I'm about to shift you, you still need to be moving with excellence within that job, within that marriage, within that, yes, you got to still cook for that man. Yes, you got to listen. You got to do all that. Spirit of excellence, right? Because once you get to the next level, honey, you're going to have to move with excellence. So you can't be slacking, because that's showing God that you're moving from emotions. And when it comes down to due seasons, this is more logic, right? Of course, other things come into play, discernment, wisdom, etc., etc. But emotions wise, you're going to have to leave your emotions out of a lot of the situations, which is very difficult, of course, for the chosen ones, because many of us are empaths, highly sensitive people, HSPs, etc., etc. But a spirit of excellence, even though you have no desire for your current level. Next, he's polishing your character. I stress polishing because chosen ones, you already know, you went through this process long ago for God to really perfect your character. Doesn't mean you're perfect. Doesn't mean I'm perfect. We ain't that cute, boo. But he is polishing the character that is already instilled in us. He's polishing it. Where before you can kind of get away with certain things. You might be slack in a certain area, or you might just pop off right quick, right? But he's polishing those areas almost to the point of perfection again. To the point of excellence, Next, you guys already know this, my chosen ones, but he's teaching you more and more the importance of gratitude, honor, and respect. The importance of gratitude, honor, and respect. We know, right, that's who we are in general. We honor and we respect the blessings that God has brought in our lives, that it be people, places, or things. But it's becoming more and more profound. And I think it could also be because when the shift happened, you're going to have access to more prominent people. So he's really teaching you the importance, because remember, that's what's going to open a lot of doors. I tell people all the time, people sometimes feel like when they meet chosen one, it's like, well, what can I even offer chosen one? Because it seems like God have already blessed them and favored them. What can I, listen, gratitude, honor, and respect. That's it. You don't have to have anything else. That will allow a chosen person to want to continuously bless you. Because with chosen people, like, that's all we want. Gratitude, honor, and respect. So when we are shifted to go higher, God is going to have to place us in position with people more higher, because remember, purpose and calling is bigger than you. So there are already people that God has in place, destiny helpers for us, who's going to open doors for wherever he's calling us. And these people are going to be very, very prominent people for many of us. So he's really increasing your gratitude, honor, respect. Next, I can't read my own handwriting. Oh, without a doubt, you are chosen for a time such as now. Like before, you may have a question: am I really a chosen one? Am I a chosen one? Is God going to use me as a destiny helper? Like you may have been kind of like, shifting back and forth, kind of fickle in that area. Now guys, I'm sure you can hear my puppy whining. Please bear with me. I'm almost finished. You know you're a chosen one, and you are chosen for this particular time. Next, honey, I thought I would have never said this in my lifetime, honey. You have learned patience. You have learned patience through all the trials, through getting ahead of God and bumping your head one too many times, that you finally realize that no matter what you try to do, if it's not God's time, it's not God's time. You finally get to a point and to the place where you have truly, truly, truly learned patience. It's not that we're perfect. It's not that we've even mastered that area. This is not for everyone, of course. Some of you guys have the gift of patience. I raised my hand over here, honey. It was like, listen. And I'm still not perfect, but I'm telling you, something happens supernaturally, honey, where you now have patience, and you are going to need it, all caps, need it for the next level, because you're going to be so blessed abundantly that you're going to have every single person pulling at you, every voice, people trying to rush you. So God is now teaching you patience, because you can't move on something just because somebody needs you to, because they want you to, because you want to, right? There's something I want to do right now. There's literally something I want to do right now, and I can't do it. And I keep getting asked, well, why can't you do it? I just don't have the spiritual okay. I don't have the spiritual release. Where before, maybe I would have got ahead of God, and it's a very dangerous thing. It's a very, very dangerous thing to get ahead of God. Next, confidence like no other. Typically, chosen people are confident anyway. I mean, once they tap in, right? We may have struggled with it in the past because we didn't really know where we fit in at. But once you tap in, and now that you know who you are, honey, our confidence is something serious. Our confidence is something serious. So confidence like never before. Next, God is really, really pressing you with self-care and self-preservation. This can look like eating more clean, working out, getting your water intake in. Listen, y'all, do anybody have some tips for your girl in regards to remembering how to really get your water intake up? I struggle with water. For a long time, I didn't even like water. Now, I love sparkling water, just plain sparkling water, right? But just regular water, right? First of all, if I even drink it now, I have to put lemon in it. I struggle with my water intake so much that I waste money. I won't say waste money. Well, I guess it is wasting money, where I constantly go and get my IV hydrations, right? Right? But is there anybody who water game is so tight that you have tips on how to remember to really drink your water? But anyway, he's pressing your self-preservation and things like that, like taking your vitamins, working out, all that stuff. You're going to need it. You're going to need it. You're going to be on and off planes. Nobody got time to be sitting there waiting 30 minutes for you to take time and catch your breath. Like, next plane is coming. We got to go. Honey, your knees hurt. We got to get up on this plane. I said I was going to get through all this with no petty moments. Okay, next. You are fearless. Listen, you might be somebody who struggled with fear. Like, if God called you to do something, you kind of like, you're the one that dragged behind God, because it's like you were very fearful. But now there's a boldness upon you, right? If God says do it, you're going to do it. If God says go, you're going to go. If God says say it, you're going to say it, right? So you're bold. You're very bold now, and you don't struggle with fear, if you will. Next, small thing. Listen, I can raise my hand on this one. Well, I can raise my hand on all of them, honey. But honey, the small things no longer bother you. These small things, like, chosen people, we can really get bothered with things. I think it's too because most people are just not like us. So we kind of want to hold everybody to the same standard, which we go by, which we've learned that we can't do that because we know we're in a very small percentage of people. So the small things would usually bother us because it's almost like, why isn't it common sense for you to recognize good people? Why isn't it common sense for you to such and such, right? So small things would bother us. But now, honey, when people try you, or just something happens in general, you just look and just smile. You don't even pay any attention anymore. You just like, Lord, God bless you. God, have a great day. God bless you. The small things truly does not bother you any longer. The last two. Next one. You are healed from your old trauma wounds. You no longer self-sabotage. You went through a healing season, let it be through maybe an abusive childhood, traumatic school days, broken hearts, things that has caused you to have triggers to the point where you would self-sabotage the very blessings, people, places, and things that God would bring into your life. Now you're healed and you're whole. You're not perfect. We ain't that cute, boo, right? Play with it. Let something trigger you the wrong way. You really see, right? You're not perfect, but to your core, you're truly healed and whole. Lastly, listen. This can scare you if you're not tapped in spiritually to really know how much God favors you, to know the higher and higher you go, you get exposed to different things spiritually, etc., etc. But this right here, you literally feel every second, well, maybe not every second, but whatever, the guidance of your guardian angels. It's almost like, if I can put it into, I don't know, a fleshly sense, okay? Think about human dominoes or some type of game where you line everything up and you tap one and then they all fall. Like your guardian angel is literally in front of you and they tap something and you just walk into it. It's supernatural. It can scare you at first because you don't even understand why are you so blessed to be able to have that kind of access, or if you claim something, it's yours. If God have shown it to you, honey, you speak it, it's yours. If anything you touch accelerates and turns to gold. You are in a, well, we've always been in alignment, if you will, but this alignment is so supernatural that it's almost like, I can't even explain it. It's a feeling. It's a feeling. And many of you guys know it. Your guardian angels are literally guarding your every move, your every step. They're telling you when to go, when to stop. No, it's danger here. No, tap into this. There's going to be acceleration here. Go this direction because you're going to run into somebody here that's going to open a door for you. There's favor. There's this, that, and the third. Like literally. And you're going to need this, of course, at the next level. Because you're going to know, like your spiritual gifts has to be accelerated for the promised land. You guys have a great one. It's your girl, Kizzy Rock.